Okay, Barry, I think you should start this week.
Welcome to a gibberish. This is the episode number 3. Yes, and as you can see, we are building up our studio like bit by bit. So this is the work of Mr. John McGrath. He did all the work. So thank you so much for that. Like,
You're welcome.
Tell us more about it. Like, how long did it take you to do that?
Well, actually, I decided that I was going to clean the whole house the other day. And then I realised that the house was actually minging.
Yeah.
And the dogs running around all of the walls. So I ended up painting an entire 2-bedroom apartment by myself.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the studio and I was like, do you know what? We could do with some acoustic proofing in here. So then I went and got acoustic proofing off noon. Because, you know, we live in Dubai. We can get it delivered within like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So I got all the acoustic proofing. I painted everywhere and I did the... And I just thought, why not? And you came home from work.
Yeah.
It was like a different house.
It was a different house. Like, I literally walked in and I was like, the house looks like brighter. Like, I can see that there is like, you know, like more light in the house, and it was nighttime.
John chapter 1 verse 1, let there be light.
Exactly. And by the way, Happy New Year. Like,
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Living in Dubai, actually celebrating the New Year is a big thing, you know, like, and there is a lot of people that they do wish to be in Dubai. To celebrate the New Year, especially with the Burj Khalifa, the fireworks, and everything. So, as a person who lives in Dubai, tell me, how do you like to celebrate the New Year's in Dubai?
I mean, I think back to the first time, because I've been here like 4 years. So the first time that I was here, actually, I didn't know you.
Yeah.
I didn't meet you for another 2 days.
Yeah.
No, another day.
Yeah, we met on the 1st of Jan 2020, right? Or 2021. Yes, 2021, yes.
So my first New Year here, actually, I didn't know you for another 12 hours.
Yes, that is so true.
And we went down to Secret Beach and we watched all the fireworks from Secret Beach, which is just next to the palaces. And we could see the fireworks like at the Burj Khalifa, the Burj Al Arab on the Palm. It was really, really nice. But for some reason, Secret Beach is closed still, and I don't know why. And like, I don't know whether they're going to like reopen that beach or something. If anyone knows, can you please tell us? Because we used to love going to Secret Beach.
Yeah, it was really nice.
But apart from that, just like spending it with friends. Like last year, we were around a friend's house and we had like a little house party. And this year, you know, there was just a few of us just in the house celebrating. I think that's more important. You hear these crazy prices for tables.
I know, we were gonna talk about that. Like, have you literally seen the prices for KFC around the Burj?
It was something stupid, like was it like 4,000 dirhams for a table or something?
If you're outside, it's 4,000 dirhams. If you're inside, it's 3,000 dirhams.
That's like
we're talking about like
pounds, British pounds.
And we're talking about KFC. And there was another restaurant. I can't remember what it's called. It's called Galley or something like that. Around the same area. Guess how much the table was?
Is it in the restaurants in the Dubai Mall?
You know where Salt is? Like, it's just in front. Like, so basically, you are on a second floor just in front of the Burj. Like, the Burj just right in front of you.
Can you see the Burj Khalifa? And you see
yeah, you can see the Burj Khalifa. So
I mean, if KFC's 4,000, I'd like to think that people were stupid enough to pay more. Like, what? 20,000 maybe? 25,000 a table?
300,000.
Oh, come on, that's stupid.
I promise
Who's
you.
paying that amount of money for a table at a general restaurant?
you.
That's just ridiculous.
300,000 dirhams. That was the price for the table in that restaurant.
Oh no, that's daft. If you're the person who's paying that amount of money, you listen to our podcast, you've clearly got money to waste. So send us some of that money, please.
We need to be friends.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about my experience, to be honest, because I've been here for 8 years in Dubai. So I've done it all. Like, I've done the desert, I've done the Burj Khalifa, and actually Burj Khalifa was with you. Like, the first time I've ever seen the fireworks like live with the Burj Khalifa was because of you, because you were in Business Bay at the time doing a show, and me and my friends, we went to the show and then we saw the fireworks. I've done the house parties, I've done everything. Actually, the first year here, it was magnificent. So I was in the Palm in one of my friends' homes, and he actually lived on the beach. So like there's like I think it's called Shoreline. These are the ones.
Is it like the private branches of the Palm that you have to go through the security?
No. It's
on the trunk.
It's on the trunk, yeah. But we were on the shoreline, so they have the shoreline and then the green something. I can't remember really. It was like over 7 years.
It's like on
ago.
the outside of the.
Yeah,
trunk.
so it's on the outside. So you actually like our balcony was looking over like the beach.
Yeah.
So like at midnight there was like a little boat that came and like just was there in the middle of our balcony, and they were just playing fireworks. Like it felt like it was only for us. And it was just amazing. Like we were just there, and you can see the Burj Khalifa, you can see Burj Al Arab from there.
Yeah.
So you can see all the fireworks in the background. But then there was this little boat there in front of us, and was playing like it was playing fireworks. And
it must have been a part of like the Palms fireworks.
I
right?
think so. I think about it. It was the only boat there.
Just lucky it was in front of your apartment.
Exactly. It was really, really good. So I think, to be honest, for me, I don't like to be with the crowd, with the, like, because especially like after you're done with the celebration and stuff like that, it takes you ages to go home. And let me tell you something, they closed the roads around downtown area from 4 p.m. So people had to be there from 10 a.m. People were waiting there from 10 a.m. till midnight to watch the Burj.
Oh, that's crazy. Although I'm not sure, like, because when I was at Pizza Express and I was doing the gigs there on the New Year's Eve, we didn't go that early.
Yeah, but we were in Business Bay. Business Bay is not closed.
Oh, right.
So
okay,
all the area in downtown and all the
Right.
roads that are leading to downtown, these were closed. So yeah. So
yeah,
people were there for
nightmare.
ages.
And it took us
I know.
ages to get out of Business Bay as well. It must have took me
Exactly.
about 2 hours to get out of Business Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't really bother with New Year's Eve anymore.
Yeah.
Like, especially like when it's like centralized and then all of the trains and the metros are absolutely crowded, and it's just maybe we're getting old, Barry. Maybe we don't want to.
No, to be honest with you, like if I'm visiting Dubai, I'll definitely put the effort.
Yeah.
Like I'd absolutely put the effort to go and watch the fireworks at the Burj, because come on, it's fantastic. Like it's a scene, But I mean,
the year that we went, I was fairly disappointed, to be honest. With you. It was a couple of fireworks out the side. It twiddled
But
around,
also,
and I was like,
also we didn't get the right angle. We were right
in front of it.
Yeah, but we were on the side.
No?
we were on the side. I'm pretty sure that it was the side view. It wasn't the front view.
I mean, either way, it's fireworks on the biggest building in the world.
I know.
I expected a little bit more. This year looked phenomenal.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Maybe we just had an off year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, like as I'm saying, like if I was just visiting Dubai, I would absolutely put the effort. But since I live here and I lived here for too long and I've done it all, I'd just rather stay at home with my friends. Like
Grandma.
Exactly, grandma. I don't care if I'm being called
Happy
grandma.
New Year.
Exactly.
Happy New Year. Oh, it's 2 minutes past 12. I'm going to bed.
But we still had fun yesterday. So shout out to Gada and Faraz. They were with us yesterday.
Yeah, they both had a wonderful time at our house.
Yeah.
Celebrating.
Exactly. So yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay. Well, actually, we do not have a movie for people today to talk about.
No, we don't.
But we do have
a
something
TV
better.
series.
Yeah. So guess which TV series that we were going to be talking about? I'm going to put it right here. Right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Squid
Game.
Games.
Yeah, people guessed it. People guessed it. I'm not sure if you guessed it or not, but like it is Squid Games. First of all, let me ask you something. Do you know how many like I don't know how do you say it, views or watches that this TV series had only in the span of like the week that it was out?
Do you mean like season 1?
No, season 2.
All right, because I know that season 1 for Squid Games was like the biggest watched TV series on Netflix ever. Right? It was the biggest.
That surpassed anything in history of TV shows.
I mean, in the first week,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like 10 million or something.
64 million.
Wow.
And the one that was before that...
It's really good.
I
That's
know,
why.
it's really good. The one before that was Wednesday, the one from Adam's Family.
Really?
Yeah, and it was 50.1 million views or watches or whatever.
See, I liked
Plays. It's called
Wednesday.
play.
I liked it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't anything that like really like blew me away.
I didn't even finish that. I couldn't get to
That's
the
right.
end of
We
it.
didn't finish the season. Actually,
It's not something for me. I couldn't get to the end of it. But
Yeah.
Squid Game, okay. Tell me what's your opinion about this second season. I mean, you were disappointed. We are not gonna. I promise. We're gonna try as much as we can not to like.
spoil it.
Yeah, but I
Well,
know.
I'm not going to try to spoil it, but the season doesn't finish with the actual conclusion, so we are definitely getting a season 3.
Yeah. We're getting season 3. They even said that it's gonna come out in 2026, which I'm hoping that this is the case because I think
At least we can say it's only next year.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did a wicked thingy. Like they filmed the entire thing, but they just released half of it,
Why?
and then the other half.
Why? It's there. It's all ready to go. Just release it already. We
I don't
could
know.
die before we get to see it.
I don't know if this is the case or not.
Well,
I'm
if it
just
is, then
assuming.
I'm even shouting out to the wicked director.
Yeah.
Come on, man, release it already. We want to see it.
don't you find it funny that we always find a way to bring Wicked
Back to
in?
Wicked.
It's always like we always go back to Wicked. So
because it's just anyway.
We're not gonna talk about that, but there is something that he wants to do to go to the. Oh my God, he's been singing like the songs every day. Like I have a headache now. Anyways, back to Squid Games. So I know that you were very disappointed at the end.
I mean, I wasn't disappointed. I was frustrated because literally the storyline's been absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
So to give you like a rough idea of what happened, because everyone's obviously seen season 1. So he decides at the end of season 1 to not get on the plane and go to America and see his daughter, right? Yeah. So he stays in Korea and he's going to try and take down the guys who run Squid Games.
I mean, you're pretty much spoiling it now.
So. Well, no, because everyone knows that that's what he's going to do anyway. So, but how he does it, or if he does it, or when he does it, is something different. But we knew that anyway because he didn't get on the plane. Right?
Yeah, but let's just keep it generic. Like,
that is generic.
Yeah, but do you think season 2 is better than season 1?
No.
You think season 1 is better?
Well, actually, hang on. Let me think about this. There's more depth to it now because we already know what the games involve and everything. Yeah. So it's
not more about the games now as much as it's about like the backstory about like how they started the games and what's the games all about and all these things. So like
and the character development as well.
Exactly.
Because we're getting to know more about the characters and. Although we know kind of like the principle of the games, although the games don't all stay the same, by the way, which is nice. Because I was thinking they were all going to play the same game. I'm not spoiling it. I'm just going to say, sometimes I thought the games would have been the same, but they didn't. They changed it up a little bit, which was good. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
And but it is more about the characters and where they see themselves. Yeah. The main character, Seong Lee.
I can never say the names, but
Song. His first name is Song. Gong Lee. Song Gong Lee.
Gon Hon. I don't know. Like I'm really bad, and I don't want to sound even worse.
So Song Gong Lee Hai.
The main character. Let's just call him the main character.
Seong. He's called Seong.
Let's call him Player 456.
Okay, player. That was good.
So let's call him Player 456.
Yeah, you get to understand him a little bit more and kind of see where he's going, and I enjoyed that aspect. And obviously, what was going on with like the police officer and stuff. So I think it's good moving on with the story, but it did frustrate me a little bit, like the part of it where I'm thinking, just get on the plane and take the money. Like that's what I would have done. But he's like considering it, this blood money, and he doesn't want to,
Well, like people are different, and that's why they made the movie. So, like, you at the end of the day, you would actually like it will make you think, like, would you do the same thing that he did or not?
That's true. It's not just a case of because what I thought might have happened was, season 2 for Squid Games, and it was just going to be the same thing all over again, but with different characters. Yeah. So I guess they have really delved into like what you've just said. Then, like, would you do that? Would you? Sacrifice your friends or your family for money, and it just get you thinking, like, would I do that?
Yeah. So
yes,
absolutely.
Yes, I would.
Actually, and
$20, he's gone.
That is not a joke. So like I do believe him 100% when he says that.
No,
but I also think that it's more about. It's more about like 2 points of views now, okay? Because I don't want to also, again, spoil a lot, but there is another character that is a very interesting character. And I think the conversations between the main character, let's again call them player number 456 and player 001, most of the conversations that they had was very, very deep because... You know who's player 001 and you know where he's coming from and why he's saying all these things. But player number 456 doesn't know who's this 001. So everything
is double-sided.
Exactly.
Everything's got this double-sided.
So they have like they have like these deep conversations, but you as a viewer, you understand like why this person's saying that and why this person is saying the other thing, but the actual like characters, they don't know that. So it's for me, it was just like it was brilliant, to be honest. Like it's as good as the first one. I cannot say that any of them is better than the other because like the first one was an absolute masterpiece. Like
it's like saying who's your favorite child, but you just love them both for different reasons.
Like, I love Kai and I love Kiyo. So for me, like absolutely both of them deserves 10 out of 10. So if you
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
He did. Hang on, didn't you say in episode 1 you can't give anything really 10 out of 10? when I was like, Wicked is 10 out of 10.
There is some exceptions, okay?
Yeah, Wicked was one.
No, Wicked is 9.5, but this one is 10 out of 10. This one is 10 out of 10. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'll stick with that. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I would give Squid Game's probably a 9.5 out of 10 as well for this season. I think everyone will really enjoy it. Just don't be expecting an answer at the end of the season. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait, I'm afraid.
Which is not a bad thing, to be honest. Like, I didn't want it to end.
Yes, it is a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
I want it all. I want it all, and I want it now.
I wanted to see more, like that. Apparently, this director, he has a lot, or like, I think he's the same writer. He's the writer and the director. It is the same director,
yeah. And did you know that in the first season, he was so stressed with filming season 1, he lost 9 teeth. Yeah. Like, that's stress, right? I know,
and why?
Maybe that's why I've lost so many teeth since I've moved to Dubai.
No, it's just so because of sugar
here.
And chocolate. Chocolate.
Don't embarrass me.
Okay, I'm trying. But actually, talking about Korea and Asia in general, I do have a story that I would like to share.
Go on. Good God.
This is actually...
What could this possibly be about?
This is actually a story from my days as a cabin crew, like...
Were you a cabin crew?
I was a cabin crew.
Did you work for Emirates by any chance?
I did work for Emirates, yes. So this is actually one of the stories when I went to Thailand for the first time. Okay. I'm not quite sure, like, how far can I say?
Does this have to be a PG-18 rated
it is definitely,
for this episode?
It is a definitely PG.
Okay, be careful. I'm not editing this.
I'm not gonna say exactly what happened, like, in details, but I'm just gonna say...
What's the point?
No, I can't say everything that happened. But anyways, like, you guys can Google it. You can do your own research and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So... I was walking in the streets of Thailand or Bangkok by myself at night. Okay, like there was like a night market or something like that.
Right.
And all the cabin crew said, like, you have to go there, you have to see the stuff, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay,
is that like where all the backpackers go? That street that's like really got all the neon lights.
Do you remember when we went to Hong Kong, the night market? Yeah. It's exactly the same, but like it's more chaotic. Like the one in Hong Kong was very organized.
Do you mean Vietnam?
No, that was in Hong Kong. When we went to Hong Kong, we had Chinese John with us.
Oh, you mean the street food market?
Yeah, well, that was a night market.
I thought you meant that street in Vietnam that was like, there was like lights everywhere and it was crazy.
No. That wasn't a night market. That was just like...
I was going to say, that was hell.
No, yeah, that was hell. But it's an amazing experience, but it was like...
Debauchery, hell.
Yeah. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. I can't
remember what that street was called, but if you go to Vietnam and you go... was it in Ho Chi Minh?
No, in Hanoi.
Was it in Hanoi?
Yes.
Was it really?
Yes, it was Hanoi. Yeah.
Hey, my goodness.
Yeah. It was
intense. I mean, think of Magaluf, but on even more steroids.
Yeah. Well...
That was intense. Sorry, anyway, carry on with your story. Yeah.
So I was in this like night market, and while I was walking there, I was talking on the phone to one of my friends. He's a local, okay? So while I was walking, like someone shouted, "A ping pong show, ping pong show." I love ping pong. Okay, I grew up playing ping pong. Okay, and my dream was always to watch this ping pong. Like Asian people playing ping pong because they're really, really good at ping pong.
Barry, don't tell me you were that gullible.
I promise you, on my mum's life, while I was walking and this guy was shouting ping pong show, I didn't even consider going. I was just walking. And then my friend, he heard him. And he was like, "Barry, have you ever been to a ping pong show before?" And I was like, "No, I haven't." And he was like, "You definitely have to go and see it. Like, if you're in Bangkok, you definitely have to watch a ping pong show." And I was like, sure, why not? And I went there like on the concept that this is what I'm gonna watch, like 2 Asian people playing ping pong, but like professionals, and I'm gonna enjoy
No, you didn't.
I promise you on my mum's life.
Oh my God.
This is what I thought that is gonna be. And then the rest is history, and I'll let you Google what is ping pong show in Thailand, Bangkok, if you don't know what it is. But that is an experience that I would never, ever, ever, ever in my life do ever again.
I bet you never thought that the performer could do the things that she did, right?
Not in a million years. I didn't even know that these things are doable.
There was a woman in...
it was just magnificent. So,
where was she? Sticky Vicky, she was called. Sticky Vicky. And she was in was it Benidorm? And she used to do a ping pong show as well, Barry. But then she died a few years ago, but now her daughter does the same show. So now it's like Sticky Vicky's daughter doing the same thing.
You know,
she makes a lot of different things appear from somewhere.
Let's leave it for the viewers.
I never saw the show. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm more interested to know how do you know that much about Sticky Vicky?
Because she's famous, right? Everybody knows Sticky Vicky. Like, if you're British and you've not heard of Sticky Vicky, then there's something wrong with you.
Well, I'm glad that I'm not British.
Well, no, because you thought you were going to see someone play ping pong, you freak.
I promise. Genuinely, that's what I thought.
Oh,
but
Barry, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as my faux pas today, though. I called a noodle house to ask what time. Oh, Barry, this is so embarrassing. I asked a noodle house, right, what time they were closing. And they said 11 o'clock. I was like, okay, well, I'll see you before then. And he goes, okay, I thought you said, okay, see you, alligator. And I went, well, don't forget the toilet paper. Turns out he said, see you later, arigato.
Arigato, because they are Japanese.
Well, that's why I thought he said alligator. And in my mind, so the phone went very dead silent, and I felt like an absolute idiot. Don't forget the toilet paper.
I don't even think that this is how you... I thought, like, see you later, alligator.
Don't forget the toilet paper.
No. Something, crocodile.
No, in a wild crocodile.
In a wild crocodile, yeah, right? Isn't that the way that you respond? What is don't forget the toilet paper?
Yeah, see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. You could say that. Or see you later, alligator, don't forget the toilet paper.
How does that even...
I have no idea.
It doesn't even rhyme.
It does. Gator, paper.
I don't know. It was bad.
I mean, it was bad because I felt like an absolute fool. So
I know.
But it was funny afterwards anyway. I was like, alligator, arigato. Okay, yeah, that does sound different.
I know. But yeah. Anyways, well.
Moving on.
So today, actually, we don't have the top of the flops. Okay. We have something different. So, Mr. John here, he says that he's a big fan of Celine Dion, and we're going to put a picture here for him with Celine Dion. Okay, before...
Oh, I look so good with her.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you remember what people used to say when they came to the house, like the first house we lived in, and you had this picture out like on the calyx? People would walk in and they were like, oh my God, is this your mother? I'm like,
I wish it was my mother. I wouldn't be living in Dubai by myself with him if I was worth $500 billion.
And that was like one of the worst places we lived in Dubai. Like,
I know, right?
It was like, yeah, but people believed that John is Celine Dion's son.
If only.
So yeah, tell us before we go into this, because basically I do have a little quiz today about Celine.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you like a few questions, and let's see if you're really a true fan or not.
Is there a prize?
You're gonna prove to people that you are a true fan of...
Everybody knows I'm a true fan of Celine anyway. Everyone who knows me. If you don't know me and you're not listening and you're listening to this for the first time, then I am a huge Celine Dion fan.
He is. It's true. He is. How many shows have you went to see her in Vegas?
Oh, I only know in total. In total, I've been to about 29 shows.
Yeah, and he actually have a video on YouTube of him singing with her. Like you were in the front row, and like It was nice. I went
backstage and met her and everything. She was so lush.
Yeah, he had like the full experience.
She was the nicest person ever.
Okay, so today instead of top of the flops, we will do a little Celine Dion quiz for Mr. John. And
okay, go on and hit me.
And if you don't know the answer, I can give you options as well.
Oh.
Like if you didn't know the answer, okay?
Okay, right.
So the first question, I'm gonna start off easy.
Okay.
The first question is, what is the name of Celine Dion's first English language album?
That's a good one. I think the first English language album was called Unison, and it was in 1990. Am I right?
And the answer is Unison. You're
right.
Yes.
See, I told you I'm a good
singer. I've never even heard of that before.
Yes, we do it in unison. Oh, it's good.
Moving on.
You can't do a Celine Dion quiz and not expect me to sing the songs.
No, absolutely, yeah. Okay, the second one is super easy. Even I know the answer to that. Like, everyone knows the answer to that.
Come on, bro, hit me.
Which iconic movie featured Celine Dion's hit song "My Heart Will Go On"?
Titanic.
Thank
Come
you
on.
so much. That's easy.
Even people who've never heard of Celine Dion knew that.
Exactly,
Next.
like, yeah.
Next, easy.
I'm
I'm alive.
Oh my god, that's not the same song. Wow, but that's from Stuart Little. I love Stuart Little. Okay. Well, wrong movie.
That's why I'm the Celine Dion fan and you're not.
I am not.
Good God. Next.
Actually, I used to like her, but after I met you and I've seen how much you're like blah blah Celine Dion all the time, I'm like, enough.
I talk more about Wicked than I do about Celine these
You know,
days.
when you eat
so
honey
full of
all the
rubbish.
time, you just don't like honey anymore. You know, like
Absolute rubbish.
Anyways, like let's go to the question number 3.
Go on.
In what year did Celine Dion win the Eurovision Song Contest?
1988 in Switzerland.
Oh my god, that is. I thought you would never know that.
Ne partez pas sans
I think
moi.
all the other.
I'm going to know all of these questions, babes. Come
I
on.
think so. Like there are 10 questions. Let's see how many
Okay,
you'll
just
get
shoot
out
them.
of
Come
it.
on.
Okay. What is the title of Celine Dion's Las Vegas residency show that began in 2003?
A New Day.
It is. Which language did Celine Dion grow up speaking?
French.
How many Grammy awards has Celine Dion won?
Oh.
That will be tough. Okay.
Now, I don't know the answer to this,
I can give you options if you want.
but she has had a few. I would say one for Beauty and the Beast. I think Up Close and Personal won one. Maybe Titanic won one. Grammys. Maybe she doesn't. Let's say
Do you want me to give you options?
8.
Do you want me to give you options?
No, 8.
Do you want me to give you options?
Yes.
Well, option number 1, 5. Option number 2, 7. Option number 3, 9. Option number 4, 3. There is no 8.
9. She's had 9 Grammys.
And that is a wrong answer.
Oh, is it?
She had 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
5, 8, 9. It's all the same.
No, it's not.
Single digits. Next.
It's not. Okay, so now you got actually one wrong. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
What is the name of Celine Dion's late husband and manager? That's easy, that.
René Angelin.
Yeah, that's all. I
Come on.
I know that.
Come
Okay.
on.
What year was Celine Dion born?
1968. And the reason I know that is because I was born in 1986. So you flip it over.
Oh, you flip it over.
And we're both born in March. I was born on the 19th and she was born on the 31st.
I'm sure if Celine Dion watching this, and this is definitely not going to happen, she will think that you are a creep.
I always said if I met Celine Dion, I'd know Celine Dion better than Celine Dion knows Celine Dion.
I know, like next time I'm gonna try even harder. So I'm gonna try to cut out the dresses, and then I'm gonna show you the dress, and you will tell me in which event she wore
Oh,
that.
no, that's hard. That's hard.
Oh, but you've done it.
Come on, next
before.
question.
Anyway, okay, question number 9. What is the name of Celine Dion's fragrance line? Oh,
There's loads of them.
Well, no,
She's got loads of them.
I can give you options.
Celine Dion Parfums or whatever it's called.
Out of anything that you could have guessed, yes, that is the right one because
Yeah.
there is Celine Essence, Dion
No.
Dreams,
No.
Celine Dion Perfumes,
Yeah.
and then La Bella Dion.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
That's because it doesn't exist.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I knew that. But she has like different.
No, you didn't.
names.
That was
Yes, I
just
did,
that
Celine
was
Dion
just
Parfums. But she has loads of
that
different.
was
She has loads of different names for them.
that was just a lucky guess.
It wasn't.
It was.
Next
Okay.
question 10. Bring it on.
Which
is
album? Which album includes the hit single "It's All Coming Back to Me Now"?
Falling into you.
That was super easy. Okay, next one.
I tell you what game you should play with me.
Yeah.
And maybe we should do it next week if anyone's interested. But
Yeah.
I do have a talent
I'm super pissed.
for.
No, like I'm not happy at all. No. It was super easy.
It was very easy.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to give me harder questions than that. I'll be honest.
You know what? I'm definitely gonna do that next week.
I don't think people want to hear it. But what you should do.
Shall I try different
No.
harder questions now?
No. What you should do
Okay.
is I have this talent for any song that Celine released.
Okay.
Any song from like 1982 to present day. If you play me the first second, only the first second of the song, and I've played this as people before.
Yeah.
If you just play the first second of any song, I can tell you the name of the song, the name of the album it was released off, and the year that it was released.
We'll definitely do that next
1
time.
second. Okay. Yeah, you should.
But actually, before we move on from Celine, you have told me a very funny story about Celine when you went to France for the first time and you were like a student.
All right, yeah.
Would you like to share this with us again?
I mean, it's just me looking like an idiot again, isn't it?
Well, no, but it was that was pure dedication what you did, like. No, it's the money that you spent, all the money that you had for the trip.
Oh, well, there was another trip that I went to school as well, actually, that I thought you were talking about, but the Round
No,
Two
I'm
Stories.
talking about this one.
Yeah, I mean, I always loved Celine since I was like 11.
Yeah.
And my mum used to play her records all the time at home, and, I was always singing in the kitchen with her and stuff. And as a singer, like, I took a lot of, guidance from her as a singer, like listening to her and how she did it. So she helped me to become a good singer, listening to her.
Are you a good singer?
Yeah.
Okay.
JohnAndrew.music, check it out. And so basically we went to France for a school trip. We were going to Disneyland for 3 days. Yeah. And I had about 100 quid, which, 20 years ago, well, even more than that. Oh my God, it was maybe like 25 years ago. It was a lot of money, 100 quid 25 years ago. So when we got there, the teacher was like, we're going to go to McDonald's in like the little place next to the hotel. There was like a Carrefour supermarket next door. Mm-hmm. He was like, nobody leaves McDonald's. You're going to order your food, sit down, have your McDo, and then don't move. Yeah. Okay? Well, I clocked Carrefour, and I love supermarkets, right? I'm the type of person that, like, at 2 o'clock in the morning after I finished a gig or whatever, I would go into Tesco Extra and walk around for 2 hours and just look at everything. I'm a complete freak. So when I go abroad, like, I love going looking at supermarkets because, they have different foods and different, like, things that just, like, I just love it. Anyway, so I was only, like, 14 at the time. So I thought, I bet you any money that Carrefour's got a music section.
Okay.
So what I decided to do was I thought, no one's going to notice me nip out. I'll just run over the corridor, go and have a look for some Celine Dion CDs, and then I'll come back. Anyway, skip about an hour and a half later, and I'm at the checkout with this French woman at 13, 14 years old in my best French trying to go, is this album very good? Do you know the songs on this album? And she's like, oui, Céline Dion, elle est très extraordinaire, la plus meilleure chanteuse du monde. It's the best singer in the world. Buy your album, But, I literally spent 80 quid out of my 100 quid on Celine Dion albums, right?
And that was your first day in France?
And that was my first day in France. And then I had literally 20 euro to, like, last me 3 days in Disneyland Paris. But the worst thing is that I'd been gone that long that my teacher had, like, literally stormed into Carrefour screaming and shouting, going, John McGrath, get back into McDonald's because we've called the police. You have been on the missing persons for like 60 minutes. So I was just like, I'm really sorry. Walked back, and I couldn't even listen to any of the albums until we got home because I didn't have a CD Walkman with me.
Oh, yeah.
So I was good. But there was one lad who I used to go to school with. I think it was Andrew Senior, right? And he was one of my friends at school, but he had a CD Walkman, but he only had like 2A batteries that were like half done, and I could only listen to like half of an album on the bus, and then it ran out, and I was like, no, I've spent all my spending money, and now I can't listen to it.
Oh my God, I'm sure that some of the people that listening to this, like, they think that we are from Stone Age,
I know, right? A CD Walkman.
A CD, and then a Walkman.
Isn't that what they were called, though? CD Walkmans?
I think so.
Because a Walkman was for the tape.
For the tape, yeah. Like, I used to have that.
What was the CD one called?
I think also as a Walkman. Like, they are a Walkman at the end of the day, aren't they?
I guess so.
Yeah. I've never had the CD one, to be honest, but I've had the one with the tape.
Did you not remember when they came out with the shockproof and then you could bounce it around and the CD didn't skip?
Oh, no.
Oops, my CD just skipped and everybody heard you let one rip.
No. We did not.
That was a good Eminem song, and you would have known about it if you'd have gone to seen him at Middle East.
Oh, my God. Well, did I tell you that I booked the ticket for next year?
Yeah, you did. You told us last episode.
I have the tickets now, so
I'm happy.
No, but I mean, like, they sent me the tickets already, so
I'm happy for you.
I'm going. And by the way, like, before also we skip the music genre now. Like, I want to apologize on the last episode because, like, a lot of people told me this. We do have a Ramadan song. Like, there is a song that we
sing it.
رمضان جانا وفرحنا بو بعد غيابه وبقاله.
Barry got told off by one of his family members saying that you've left Egypt that long that you don't know what's going on in your own country anymore.
I know. But to be honest with you, like, Okay, as much as I love living here and everything, but like Ramadan here is completely, it's not only here, to be fair. Ramadan anywhere else in the world is just completely different than Ramadan in Egypt. Ramadan in Egypt is just like very spiritual. Like you can see it in the vibes and the air. Like again, when you go to Egypt, you will understand, because you will be here for a long time during Ramadan, and then you will go to Egypt for like 3 days during Ramadan, and you will see the massive difference between Ramadan here and there.
Yeah.
So so they like, it's very, very, like different. So being here for 7 years and didn't go back home at all, it's just like made me kind of forget a lot of things. But I know, shame on me, I should not forget. But like, there is.
Oh well, there are things I forget about home as well.
Like, what do you forget about home? You always go back home. Like you go back once a year, so you
I forget
really forget.
I forget how tasty all of the stuff from Greg's is.
You know what?
And then when I land at the airport in Newcastle, the first thing I get is a sausage roll from Greg's.
You know what's Joan like? Joan, like, literally the entire time that he's here, oh my God, I miss home. Oh my God, I miss home. Oh my God, I miss home. He takes a plane, goes back home. The minute he lands, oh my God, I miss Dubai. When am I going to come back? He's like, dude.
I wasn't like that in October, though. I actually enjoyed being at home in October.
Yeah, you were, but like, you were like, you had other problems, and that's why you wanted to come back. It was always like, it's always...
What was the other problems?
I don't know, like you were always complaining and you just wanted to come back. I think you said that you don't have anyone there at the time, like there wasn't any of your friends there at the time. Yeah,
that's another thing about being... That's a good point, actually. Being an expat is like, when you're here and you miss your friends and your family, and then you go home and everybody's working or busy anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't see the point in going home anymore. Like, literally, I went home for... Don't get me wrong, like I had a really nice time with my family, my nephews and my mum and my sisters. But like, even so, like I couldn't see one of my nephews that much because my sister was working and she had to put him in nursery and I couldn't take him for the day. And then he wasn't very well. So I was like, I've literally seen him like once while I was at home. So it's all dependent on other people as well. And I think other people will find that as well as an expat. Like going home, you're trying to fit back into people's lives again, but you don't fit into people's lives again because people have their own lives. And although you keep in touch with people and people try and make an effort, you're still constricted by work and by, other commitments that you have. So I find it really weird now being here for such a long time, because last time I used to live abroad, like I would take maybe 6 months and then I'd come back home and I'd spend like maybe a month or two at home and then I'd go on another contract. But it's very different to like being at home once a year for a week or 2 weeks and trying to fit everything in. And it's not the same anymore.
For me, it was a completely different experience to go back home for the first time after 7 years, like especially that when I left home, my middle brother, he was just like 23 or something like that, and then I went back for his wedding. Like he was getting married. So the dynamic of friends is completely different. The people that I used to hang out with, they are like now, some of them have their own business, some of them they are like working like a whole shift and stuff like that, and we used to be like just going out, enjoying and doing this and that. So it was also like super weird and hard for me to go back and see how much it changed. But to be very honest with you, I think it also helped me to kind of like for the entire 7 years I was here, I kind of didn't move on. I thought that there is always something at home waiting for me, or like I'm missing something at home. But then when I went back and I saw that it's actually not the same anymore, it helped me somehow to like, it's not to realize that what I did was a good decision or this and that, because I know that it was a good decision and everything, but it's just, like it helped me somehow to be at peace, like, okay, everyone is moving on now. Everyone is, like having a different, priorities and stuff like that. So it kind of helped me out like a little bit.
And I think even when you're at home though, people's priorities still change anyway. People have kids, get married, that kind of thing. And you lose friends, not for the want of like not wanting to speak to them anymore. But I just think that your life goes into different, like, for example, I had a friend years ago and she was really close with me. We were both in each other's houses like all the time. She went through a bit of a breakup. I supported her through that. We were really close friends. And actually, we said that we were going to go see Celine Dion together, and we tried to book tickets in Vegas. But unfortunately, we couldn't because there was something wrong with a credit card or something.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing was we said, listen, when the tickets go on sale for the next batch, which is in about 6 months' time, we'll buy the tickets then and then we'll go. But about a month before she went to, a month before she went to book the tickets, she ended up getting in a relationship.
Yeah.
And for me, we were best friends for 3 years, really close. And when we went to book the tickets, when the tickets came up, I said to her, right, are we going to book the tickets? And she said, no. And I was like, what? I was like, you promised me, you swore that we were going to go see Celine. I've got nobody else to go with. And this is why I actually ended up going by myself in the end, because, and she was like, oh, well, if I'm going to go on holiday, I'm going to go with my partner now. But I was like, you've only been with this person for 3 or 4 weeks.
But still.
And I was like, yeah, but she promised me as my best friend, right?
I know.
And I was like, come on, man. I wouldn't have put my best friend and said that we were going to do this. I mean, and by the way, she was not short for money. She had she was pretty rich compared to me, right?
Okay.
So it wasn't about money. It wasn't about anything. It was just and we were only going to go for 4 or 5 days. Yeah. And she said she wanted to. And it was just that's my point, isn't it? People's priorities change, but they don't always care about the other person. Yeah. So for me, and she was like, oh, one day you'll know how it feels like. And I've had relationships since then, and I'm like, no. I still wouldn't have made that decision. I still would have gone with you because you were my best friend and you said that you were going to do that.
But,
and I find that, people... Because then people go, oh, so-and-so, when they get in a relationship and then you never see them again, and then they break up and then all of a sudden they come back to you as a friend. Yeah. I'm like, I understand one point in a relationship, where you would, of course, you want to invest all of your time and your energy in that person.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Especially at the very beginning of the relationship, you want to spend more time with your partner and stuff.
Absolutely. But also, you don't want to alienate your friends.
Yeah.
Because those are the people that have been with you for years and years and years, and that will always have your back.
I would say in that particular situation, it was just the wrong timing for everything to happen at the same time, for the concert and the time that it's not the wrong time for her.
Stop defending her.
I'm not defending her. I'm just saying that how
she
would
should have come to see Celine with me.
Anyways,
she'd literally known this person for less than a month.
It was in the past, so it's okay.
I know.
We can just forget about it. No grudges anymore.
I know, but I don't hold grudges.
Yeah.
But I do.
Obviously, you do. You still remember it till today. How far that was.
I remember when you let me down back in 2003.
I don't hold grudges, but I remember when you kicked me in the,
fourth grade.
Fourth grade, yeah.
And you hurt my shin.
But I don't hold grudges. Yeah, absolutely, you don't. So, yeah. Well, actually, being on that note, then let's go to the. Peeve of the week with John's
Peeve of the week.
Yeah.
Peeve of the week. Bum bum. Peeve of the week. Peeve of the week. Bum
I thought we agreed that you're not going to do that.
I was going to make something on the piano bit, but I haven't had time.
So I think
I've been too busy being asleep all week on my last week of my holidays.
Absolutely, okay, so today I go to work, and he was messaging me the whole day because we were preparing for the episode and we had plans and stuff like that. And literally he was messaging me you were messaging me every other minute, okay? And then at maybe 2 p.m. he disappears, okay? I call him.
About 3 o'clock.
Or 3 o'clock, yeah. I call him, he's not answering. I called him again, he's not answering. I called 7 times and he didn't answer. And it's 4, it's 5, it's 6, it's 7, and I'm calling during all this time, and there is no answer. And I sent you messages, there is nothing. And then I started asking friends, is he with you guys? Maybe he's out. And then people were like, no, he's not with us. And I'm like, okay, I think maybe...
It's very unusual.
Maybe a heart attack situation here in our hands. So I was literally going to call the security downstairs to come and do a welfare check on you. Because if you know John doesn't not talk. You talk and text all the time.
I know, but I also sleep a lot.
Oh, that's good. I have a peeve of the week for Barry. Okay, you tell me what's the peeve of the week for you, and then I'll tell you what's the peeve of the week for me.
Okay, my peeve of the week, all right, is not being able to pay with people, sometimes in Dubai, in cash.
Okay.
It really annoys... with card. It really annoys me. The car park people who wash my car, right? I want them to take card. Yeah. But they don't. They only take cash. And I'm just I know I don't want a cashless society going on here.
No, but they some people, they can't have a bank account here.
I know, right? Why? Why are there some people that can't have a bank account in Dubai?
Because there are certain nationalities that they are not allowed to have bank accounts here in Dubai.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that.
I don't think you are.
Yes, I am.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
No, I think it's because they don't earn enough or something to be able to get a bank account, or their employer won't give them a bank account because
I think I've heard about I've heard like maybe there are, I don't know if that was true or not, but like I think I've heard.
But you can't say things that aren't true. We've been through this before, Barry.
Let's check.
So anyway, but there are a lot of people that don't have bank accounts in Dubai, and I'm peeved off for them because it would be easy for them to have a bank account, and they always like, I would like one, but I don't have. So I don't know what's going on, but it also makes it really inconvenient because the poor guy who washes my car, he literally, sometimes I forget to take the money out for like 2 months, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, I haven't been, because that's my other peeve.
Yeah.
There's literally no cash machines anywhere in Dubai. There's literally cash machines at the mall, and that's it. And it's so hard to get your money out because there's that many people in Dubai, and they have like 10 debit cards, and they're taking out money with this card, taking out money with that card. It takes you about... I literally took an hour and a half waiting at an ATM a couple of weeks ago.
So
that's my peeve of the week.
I got an answer.
Be quicker at ATMs.
Yeah.
Go.
Please. Yes, every nationality can have a bank account, but it depends on the eligibility. There is like requirements and documents and stuff like that. So if they don't have any of the documents, I don't think they can have it. So that's why. So
I wonder what those documents are.
I mean, like there is passport, valid UAE residency, Emirates ID, proof of address, salary certificate, and stuff like that.
Everybody should have that though.
But again, like I don't think they might be having like salary certificates or something like that. It might be just like they're hired by a company and it's just they are getting paid monthly. But again, I don't know what's the situation, but they don't have a bank account. That's why you can't pay.
Interesting. Well, for those of you that do, like I just said, please stop taking up the ATM machines forever with 7 debit cards. Like, I'm behind you. All I want is 100 dirhams in cash.
By the way, people are not taking money out. People are... If they are taking money out, they are taking money out to...
Will you stop hitting your microphone? Well, as in the second time you gesticulate.
Yeah, I know.
Like, whack, whack.
So people are taking money out of the card. It's okay. It's okay. People taking money out of their debit card to put it in the credit card, which is also weird because you have apps that you can do this. Like, it's super easy to do that.
So they're paying bills through the ATM. Oh my God, it's like 1997.
Every app here that you can pay everything, like even my bank, the app for my bank, you can even pay for like Salik, you can pay for utilities, you can pay for everything like, from the app. So
see, that's another thing with Dubai that it's like it's a bit weird, like paying, like we said before about like paying your rent in checks. It's like it's just money and finance here for me. Considering there's so much money here, and so everyone comes for the money.
And it's very advanced in everything. Like everything is advanced, but then the payment,
banks
it's just
and stuff.
It's just the paying the rents on checks. This is what I can't just get my head on.
We literally stopped using checks in the UK like about 20 years ago. It's so weird.
But I will tell you what is the peeve of my week.
Oh, go on then. Hijacking my peeve of the week. Peeve of the week, peeve of the week, bum bum, peeve of the week, peeve of the week, bum bum.
With Barry. It's you, John. Okay. And it's a very, very specific thing that you do, okay, that I hate. And I told you not to do it a million times, but you're still doing it.
I know what this is.
Okay, so John would literally think on WhatsApp. So whatever runs in his head, okay, like he would have weird thoughts, okay, and he would literally translate everything that runs in his brain in a chat, and the chat will be that long, and then he decides to send it to me. And I should sit there and read all these messages.
I mean, to be fair, some of the stuff is like literally like how we're going to afford to pay the bills this month, blah 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 blah.
No.
And it's pretty simple stuff.
Okay. I'll give you an example. Every week you have a day that after I leave home, you will start sending me all these places that you can actually go on a vacation to. Like, oh, you know what? For 3,000 dirhams, I can go to Canada and I can do this, and that. And I'm like, okay. And then the minute after, but you know what? For 2,800 dirham, and I can go to Japan and I can do this, and that, and that. And I'm like, okay. And then you know what? For 1,700 dirham, I can go to Thailand and I can do this. Are you going anywhere? Are you going to Thailand? Are you going to Canada? Are you going to Bangkok? No, I can't afford it. So why do I have to live through the process? You know, like he takes me then through the process of like thinking about everything, and then like you don't take a decision, and I'm like, well, thank you.
Because I'm just thinking, I think that you might go, that's a really good deal, John. You should go and do that.
Even if I tell you that, you never do it. Like. And I
might do if I thought.
You don't. I'm just gonna tell you this on camera, so it's recorded and it's on YouTube. You don't have to share with me everything that goes through your mind. It's okay. Sometimes you can just think inside. Keep it inside, please. And if you want to share it with me, I'm absolutely fine. You can share it with me, but it has to be what?
Short.
And
I don't know.
Voice note.
Oh, don't do voice notes.
I'm a voice note.
Why can't you just
person.
read
Or
a
call
text
me.
message? Everyone over here is voice note and calling. Like in England, we just text each other, right?
That's
you guys,
super old. Why would I just do this when I can just like voice note?
Because then you've got to literally listen to the voice note.
So it's way faster.
No, it's not. If you just sent the text message, you can read it really quickly and then just reply.
No, you
a voice
can't.
note, you've got to listen to the voice note. Then you've got to create your own voice note, and then you've got to listen to the voice note. Text messaging is way
I'm a
quicker.
dyslexic person, so
A what?
a dyslexic. Even I can't say the word. What is it? Dyslexic.
You just stop saying it. Right, well, there's our first E rating then on a podcast.
Yeah. No, what is it? What is it?
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic, exactly. This is the word. Then this is what I am, okay? And I just like literally every time I read it, it's
You're not
just
dyslexic.
like I am. Because I just keep going through the, like different lines, and I just like I get lost, and the message is too long, John. Like, don't make me put one example now here in our square. I'm not gonna do that, but like, it's too long. So yeah.
Anyway, that's enough from me, John, and dyslexic.
Dyslexic. I didn't say dyslexic.
Yes, you
I
did.
said dyslexic.
No, you didn't.
I promise that's what I said.
Yeah, after I told you how to say it, you moron.
No, but what is the right word? Dyslexic.
Dyslexic.
That's
yeah.
what I said. Dyslexic. That's what I said.
Okay,
wow.
let's stop.
Okay,
there.
let's stop there. Okay, we shared too many like PG.
We did.
Plus 18 like ping pong and dyslexics and stuff. So yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much it. I think next episode is gonna be interesting. Tell me why.
I have no idea.
Because it's going to be after our concert to Coldplay. Yeah. So it's going to be unless we recorded something before.
We're not going
that.
to Coldplay for at least another week. There'll be another episode before then.
Will be another.
But next week we are going to see Coldplay.
Yes.
So we will be mentioning about that at some point in the next week or two.
We will share a lot of videos as well and stuff like that. So like if you want to see videos live and stuff like that, you can follow me. I'll leave my Instagram here and John's Instagram there as well. So stop stop focusing with the mic. It's okay. It doesn't make any sound. So
you keep hitting the microphone.
It's
going to make a sound.
It's okay.
Anyway, I think it's about time we end this podcast before Barry says anything more explicit and he knocks the microphone off the stand.
And John being like OCD about everything like has to be like on the right place. Anyways, so yeah, thank you so much for watching us. And if you have any suggestions or anything specific that you want us to talk about, we are very, very open to suggestions, and that will be it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Follow us and subscribe, and see you next week.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.